Hello, my name is Rob Wagner and I'll be doing the UL for navigation and multiple level drop downs video. I tried doing this on Screencast-O-Matic and Jing, and my voice sounds like Darth Vader and couldn't really understand anything. So I apologize, this is not really ideal for me either. It's actually about the last straw for technical difficulties, and if I mysteriously disappear from class, it's just because the computer slipped out of my hands and magically flew against the wall and shattered into pieces. Accidentally, of course. So, anyways, let's go ahead and get started. So, I found a couple of resources to help with this process. I'm sure there are some resources in the class, and I tried searching for those in the library that we have, or the access that we have with, well, the tons of videos and books that we have we can access there. I couldn't find the stuff I was looking for. So I found this one on WC3 to show you how to do the multi-level drop downs, and I also found a video on YouTube to show you how to do the multi-level drop downs. So I'll provide those links in the body of the video, and then that way you can access those to get a better understanding of that part of it. I went ahead and used the assignment portal site because I already have that created. This is not the live version. This one is just the brackets version that I'm using. Let's go ahead and get started. So first of all, here's what they mean by an unordered list. Unordered list just means it doesn't have numbers. So you can see there's bullets there. That's an unordered list. This one is an ordered list, and it's numbered, so 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. So that's how an ordered list would work. And when we're talking about navigating the site with an unordered list, it just means that you connect each of these links to a specific part of the site. So if we click on 1, it'll take us to 1. If we go back up and click on 5, it'll take us to 5. So that's one example of how you can use these to navigate your site. It's very handy if you have a larger site and you have some headings that are not going to apply to everybody, but somebody wants to see maybe what the weather is like in Franklin. That would be a good opportunity to use an unordered list with links to reference different parts of the site. So here's how that looks in brackets or in your HTML. If you if you go to your unordered list here, just like when you create your list the first time, you type UL for your UL tag, and you type your end tag, and then within here you type LI, and then the end LI, and that gives you a list item. If you don't put anything in there, it'll just be blank. So what we put in there in the text part was section 1, or section 01 technically. And then if you're familiar with the A references, this is how we open up or create a link. And so the A reference says href equals section 1. Now how does a computer know what section 1 is? Well, we tell it what it is down a little further. If you look in H2, so this is a H2 tag, we gave it an ID attribute, and the ID is named section 1, which means that this link is going to point to this section based on the ID because they match. And it did the same thing with each section thereafter, so section 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, the way that you list these sections it's kind of hard to see here, but it's really important. You don't just type section 1 in quotes. You actually have to have this little hashtag in the middle. So when you say ahref equals, quote, hashtag means look for this ID inside the web page. So hashtag means look for an ID in the web page, and this is the ID, section 1. You don't need a space, you just type it out, close the quotes, close that part, and then you put whatever you want that link to look like. In this case, it says take me to section 1. And then you close the tag with the closing A, and after you've closed the tag, then you close the list item. So that's how you do an unordered list assigning different tags accordingly, and so we've tested all of those, and they take you to each section accordingly. And then just for practice, we put in some on the ordered list. Same exact item, it's just that you're using an ordered list instead of unordered list. Now the drop-down menu is different. This one is going to require some CSS and a whole lot of attributes. You can see here within just the button section, you have a lot of attributes in order to make that work. It's a little bit hard to see on this screen, so this is where I'm going to defer to those links to give you additional resources to help navigate that process. I can show you the multi-level drop-down list in action. They call it like a bootstrap attribute. I'm not sure why they do that, but and you'll also notice one of the class types is called caret, C-A-R-A-T, and that's because they have this little arrow right next to the button. That's a caret that points down, and I was just referencing Pirates of the Caribbean because that's what Bootstraps made me think about. But and so this kind of allows you to navigate in a different way. I think this looks a lot cleaner, a lot classier, a lot more technically advanced than just a bunch of links in an unordered list. So getting good at this is going to take some time because it's a little bit more complex, but I think it's a good investment. It'll be worth the time to do that. Now, ideally, I would like to show you how to do it, but my screen is, I don't think, really big enough to give a good example of that. And it would probably be a waste of your time to just listen to me talk while you can't see what I'm actually typing in there. So that's where I'm going to go ahead and provide those links for you to look it up. Just be aware when you start typing these out, you've got to close every div, every list item, every unordered list within these. So there's several tags and tags within tags because you're creating a multiple drop-down list, so that means that there's going to be elements and childs of the element before that and so forth. So just kind of be aware of that. And it's more than just what you see here to make this work. You've got to set this up in the style sheets. Where is that? It's up above here. I have to look for that in the head section, of course. So, okay. So see, you've got style sheets where you're going to reference things like viewport, width, the bootstrap class, and to be very honest with you, I still don't fully understand the process of this. So I would love to get some feedback if somebody is more familiar with it. I'm still kind of a beginner on this part, but of all the ones that I've seen for navigating the site or an external site, I like the drop downs the best. I think they look nice, and I want to learn how to do those better. So go ahead and leave your comments in the section or any questions there, and I'll do my best to try to provide answers for those. Thanks for watching, and good luck this week.